Hey guys, it's Charles from Tech Always, and today I'm going to be taking a look at my new favorite mechanical keyboard, the Anne Pro by Obins. So let's get right into it. This keyboard is made by Obins, who is a Chinese company founded in 2014, and from what I can tell, the Anne Pro is actually the only product that they have, but it's kind of hard to say because their website's entirely in Chinese, so I had to use the Google Translate option to figure out what the website said. But now that we know a little bit about Obins, let's look into what makes the Anne Pro my favorite keyboard, starting off with the design. So this board is tiny. It uses the 60% keyboard layout, which is essentially just the main section of the keyboard with no F keys, number pad, or navigation keys, with all of these being available through FN functions on other keys. But we can get more into that in a minute. So I went with the black on black model of this keyboard, but it also comes in white and a blue on white if you're interested in that. But the case in this keyboard is very minimalistic, with it only being enough to surround the keys and nothing extra. The back of the keyboard is completely bare except for the micro USB port used for connecting the keyboard and the angle that raises the keyboard. Flipping the board over, you can find 4 white rubber pads which do a great job at holding the board still while typing, along with an Obins logo, a little Anne Pro designed by Obins, made in China thing below that. The last thing on the bottom is the reset switch, which means that there are no feet for this board, so you better be happy with the slight angle that's already there because you won't be able to change it. Keycaps on this board are double shot PBT, so they'll be extremely durable in the long run, and while the font isn't the worst I've seen on a board, some of the keys don't look great, with the B almost looking like a 13. Because this board also has a steel backplate, this board has a nice weight to it and has no flex when I try and bend it. Moving to the actual switches on this board, it uses either Gatoron blues, browns, or reds, with my board using reds. While these aren't authentic cherry switches, you shouldn't immediately write them off, as some keyboard enthusiasts actually prefer Gatoron switches over cherry for their smoother travel, especially on linear switches like the reds. And I would have to agree, these switches feel great and I haven't found any kind of scratchiness on any of them, and they have extremely smooth travel. While some people may say reds are a gaming switch, I actually love using this board for typing even when having previously used blues. But now let's get a quick sound test so you can hear this board against cherry blues and a membrane keyboard. So while these were louder than membrane, it wasn't by much, and it was still not as loud as the blues, which is to be expected as they have their tactile click. Now coming to what makes this board available in 2017, the RGB LEDs. So this board features an RGB LED under every key, which at max brightness looks great and illuminates the key very well even in daylight. This is helped by the white backplate that reflects the lights and gives the look that the entire backplate is glowing. So the LEDs can be controlled in 2 ways, with in my opinion the easier way being with the key controls. So on the R, T, Y, and U keys, you have controls of turning the RGB on and off, adjusting the speed, adjusting through one of the 10 brightness modes, and switching between the built-in RGB profiles when using FN. So speaking of those modes, you have 9 static colors, a French flag, an Italian flag, a really bad Argentinian flag, a breathing mode that breathes in and out and switches color each time, your standard rainbow cycle that every RGB keyboard needs, and a mode where the key is quickly illuminated as you type on it and then turns back off. A mode similar to the last, but the LED never goes off and switches colors when pressed again. A mode where the column and row of the key pressed is illuminated in a random color, which looks cool when testing, but once you start typing, it just kind of looks crazy. The final mode just cycles through random colors on the keys. So I told you guys earlier that there was 2 ways to change the RGB modes, one being on the board, but I never said the other. It's actually one of the coolest features on the board, Bluetooth connectivity in the Obins app. So yes, this board actually has Bluetooth connectivity and a battery built in to allow for wireless usage. The pairing process is really simple and makes it great for use on the go if you maybe need to type up an email or something and don't have access to your computer, but don't want to use your phone's keyboard, you can use this. This board also came with a USB Bluetooth adapter, but I couldn't get it to work with the keyboard on Windows 10. When connected with Bluetooth though, while it's functional, there's a bit of delay through the keystrokes, but it's still very usable. Coming back to the app, it also has a lot of functionality. In order to use it, you just have to have your keyboard paired with your phone, then open up the Obins app. In the app, you can change the lighting mode to any of the built-in ones, along with make your own custom lighting profiles. You can also change the layout to the 3 built-in keyboard layouts or make your own if you use a non-standard keyboard layout when you type. Another great feature of the app is that it allows you to make macros for whatever you want, such as actions in games or quick actions in programs. The final section of the app allows you to see information about the keyboard, such as an online manual and some of your settings. So this has been my full review of the Anne Pro mechanical keyboard, and I love this board. While its small form factor might not be for everybody, it offers everything that I need with a great typing experience, great build quality, RGB LEDs, and a really compact footprint, which will make it perfect for when the school year starts back up and I need to make more room on my desk for papers. While some people may see it as a pain because you have to use the function key to access your F keys and your navigational keys, I don't really see it like that because I almost never use those keys in the first place. And if you're like me and you really need your multimedia keys, you can use a program called Auto Hotkey, and in about 10 minutes I was able to set up multimedia keys, which was really simple and works great for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you want to pick up this keyboard, I'll be sure to have it linked down below in the description. And if you do pick it up and run into any issues, I would highly recommend you go check out r/AnnePro on Reddit, because the people over there are so helpful. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, and if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. If you want a behind the scenes look on the channel, be sure to follow me on Twitter at TechAlways with 2 S's. Thanks for watching. Bye.